highly contested, high angle shots. No way possible they're supposed to score on this play. But those are the new exciting plays to me. Just like in the NBA. I think based on what has happened with the pandemic, they ought to bring back the posters. The posterizing dunks in the NBA need to come back. Let little kids get that same thing their dads and great uncles got to experience of hanging a posterizing dunk poster in their bedroom. These new dunks are getting out of hand. Anthony Edwards out of Georgia. I mean, and what really makes it exciting to me is when they slow it down and they add their own anecdotes on top of it, the sports announcers. But that is the new exciting thing to me, just across the board. It's like waiting on your favorite scene to come up in a movie. You tell everybody to be quiet, calm down. Here's the scene. Here is the scene. Like in Friday Night Lights, when they're in the locker room in a championship game. Put Booby in, coach. Let Booby spin. Remember that scene right there? Talking about. That's the new still of the no hitter, the perfect game, the clutch hit, a very acrobatic glass. Yes. But the new things, they can't be overlooked either. And there have been some great plays made in Major League Baseball in this short start of the season span that we're on. But way to keep hitting the long ball, St. Louis Cardinals as a team. What we got to do is get some more quality out of our starting pitcher and some more clutch hitting with 2 outs. That's all. It's the little things, just like NDRE said. It's the little things. So you do your part as well. We have lots of exciting things coming up here in the next few weeks as we're getting prepared for the draft. Has to be a footnote here. We were going to go to Cleveland, Ohio to the draft, but the first round was sold out, and the only thing was available, drum roll please, $550 a piece. Yeah, yeah. So I had to make a conscious business decision. $550. Not saying it doesn't justify the means, but I really, really had to carry the one and the two and draw a line here and what we're going to come up here to figure this thing out. But hopefully one day I will make it to one of the NFL draft ceremonies for real. So hold on, Commissioner. One day I will get a chance to boo you up close and personal. If you're just tuning in, we've talked about a few things here on Montez at Midday. It's Wild Wednesday. Did you see that weather yesterday, huh? I bet when your kid told you, if you leave the house before your kid and you barely pay attention to what the weather your kid told you, or a firm or company that you're affiliated with, of course that competition level and thought process is going to be out there. I think it's pretty much up to us on how it's all perceived and then given back out there. Did you understand what was going on here? Did you get your fulfillment out of this situation? Because a lot of times I think competition is placed on people that don't want the competition. They just want to go on about their daily life. Just go on about it. Competition doesn't matter to them. So is it fair to us to throw the competition on the folks that don't want to be caught up in the competition, but you're around the competition? It's one of those situations where it's not a win-win, it's not a lose-lose. I think it's something that must be figured out as it's going through the motions and the situation. But when it just comes to the competitive nature about judging today's athlete, I think competition does matter. You get more street credit if we can see fit that, okay, that was a challenging game for them. That was a challenging opportunity for him or her. And depending on the outcome, the perception changes across the board for you. Like to me, North Dakota. Carson Wentz to me has kind of ruined that good player from that nobody school that is high on the rise due to what not fair. And based on the lack of games and lack of, I guess, competition that the NCAA showed us last year, is it fair to put an lackluster of participants in the game? Or should we just say, hey, let's just take it as it is? This is how it should be. But I don't think it's fair to judge the kid because the school they played at their schedule didn't live up to the means to us. They still play ball, but not. They all didn't play Alabama at least once. They all didn't play Clemson. They all didn't play Florida State, Florida, Texas, and not everybody will. But there are schools that still can challenge that player that can move that stock value for him on the draft time. I just think that considering what has happened in the NFL to some of these guys that get that competition badge labeled on them, well, they never faced anybody that really challenged them until now. Well, now you're getting paid to play the sport, like really getting paid for real, like a real check instead of in a duffel bag. So now you're looked at totally different now, and we're judging you. Trust me, because the people before you did not live up to the hype. And that's another reason that I think the skepticism is out there when it comes to should we take this guy? I mean, what has history shown us when we make a decision like this? We used to think the number one draft pick was the easiest thing to get. Now you think about the people that have failed getting the number one draft pick. It makes them sit back and do the aha, rub their chin, like when your son bring home that first girlfriend, you think she's a little bit too hot for your son, so you looking at her differently, like, wait a minute now, something's up here. And that's how these NFL execs are feeling. I'm about to invest this money in here for about 5 years. So we about to do all of our homework, dot our I's and cross our T's, because none of them want to be the story of a 30 for 30 story that goes wrong. Nobody does. Although the ones that have messed up a draft are pretty comical. Backs that didn't quite pan itself out. That receiver that really not get over the fact 32 West Main. Stop in, say hello, check them out on social media on Facebook as well. Always have something going on over here. Get on over here as well. I'm drinking a Harry Potter drink.